Now remember, oh sorry guys, alright guys, hold on. Now remember guys, when you're looking for a relationship, you have to remember that all the things on social media are meant to guide you and help you, right? Because in general, a lot of people don't want to be out of a relationship, or they don't want to be struggling in a relationship, or they don't want to be dealing with certain things. So they look to social media to find something to help them cope with that and get through, right? But social media is great, by the way. It is great to have that and to know that you can look for whatever you want and have your dreams and everything and do really well. It's great, but the thing is, it's not the only, like, you know, it's great to like someone on social media, and it's great to have social media to give you the lessons that you need. It's great. All that's great, right? It's really great. We need that, right? Because if we're struggling or we're alone, it's great. But it's not. A lot of it can be just overly fabricated. It's not necessarily like to say I want the perfect man, or I want the perfect woman, or I want somebody great. Yeah, that's wonderful, right? It's wonderful to want that, yes. But how? What are you gonna do to get that? What are you gonna and if it's just, and you don't have to do anything really. You know, if it's the right person, they're gonna come up to you. They're gonna talk to you. They're gonna enjoy you, right? I mean, you know, in general, it's not as dire as it might seem. I know some people might think it's dire, but you know, in general, it's not like it's that bad, right? Because if you're looking for someone that's perfect for you, yes, great, you know, and if you have all these ideas you want that person to be a certain way, yes, great. But unless it actually happens, like when you actually have the relationship that works for you, and you have what you want, whether you're a 10 or, like, setting aside your looks, whether you have that person in your life, and you can want someone good looking, there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't know who you're going to meet, you don't know who you're going to end up with, right? But once you have that person in your life, it's totally different than all the things you hear on social media. And there are people like Christian Bale who said he thought he would never get married. I mean, Christian Bale is gorgeous. He's a celebrity. He thought he'd never get married, but he did, right? So it's a lot different when you're actually in the relationship than when you're looking at social media and it's telling you what you should look for or how to cope without being in one, right? So, I mean, social media is great. We need that tool, right? If you have that tool, yes, awesome. You can focus on what you want. You can focus on your goals and focus on what you want in a relationship. Great, right? We all want to do that, but it's not necessary. Oh, but at the end of the day, when you're actually in a relationship, when you find someone, it's totally different than what social media says. Sometimes it's not, and sometimes maybe you could have a movie marriage or whatever, right? It could be something made in the movies, but it's not as it's not as cut and dry as what they say in the videos. I mean, yes, great. A lot of them are saying really good things, and they get you to cope. So yes, necessary to have that, and necessary to try to think with social media and what you need to do and how to get one and how to find one and all that. Necessary, because while you're looking for one, it helps. Definitely, it's a freedom that we have, a privilege that we have, that we can just go on internet and find out what to do about a relationship. But it's like an actual relationship is more than just fantasy. It's more than you could date a fantasy person, but it's a lot more work, and it's a lot, not necessarily you could enjoy it all the way through, but having an actual relationship is not, it's not exactly, you know, as defined as what they say in videos and all that. It's totally what reality predicts for you and what reality holds for you. And it could be the same. Maybe you have a fantasy person and they look fantasy and they have the money fantasy and all that. You could have that, but it's being in a relationship is totally different than actually wishing and saying and looking at these videos. And they're very necessary to get us through, but it's not exactly the same thing to be in a relationship and look at all these videos. But we need both, right? To have that hope, we need that, right? And there's also way more to it than just looks Yes, you can find a perfect looking partner. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. Great, right? If you do, right? But there's a lot more to it. You want someone that's caring, that gives you peace, that wants the same vision for you that you have for them, or you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks guys. Bye, bye, bye.
How you doing, man?